got a couple of smokes, couple of flashbangs to make this work. This will be a basic pistol execution. Rush is already here looking for heads, and yes, he does find HS alongside Automatic. Magic Exploit will try and back, and Freiburg looking for a headshot in towards heaven. Does find Skadoodle, does turn it into 3 versus 3, but Stewie also pushes aggressive, gets the flank on all the T's right here. Barely landing frags onto Freiburg. 2 HP, he'll take down Stewie instead, leaving it up to Tarek. Last man, try and see if he can find anything. Yeah, he will find Freiburg. And now it's all up to Ali. Bomb dropped in water. A 1 versus 1 situation.
It certainly got calm to Tarek that the bomb was down, but Alu given a free peek and a free challenge from sight, and he will take that all day long as he will win that frag. And, well, win that fight and get the frag, I should say. So Optic Gaming will pick up the pistol. Oh, well, rough life, man. Apples to oranges. Princesses, am I right? Baby rages. 1-0 Optic Gaming. They pick up the pistol and then complain. Love it. So 2 UMPs, 2 AKs, and Galil will come out, while C9 will get the typical CZs and Scoot.
Force buy standard for Cloud9. As you said, UMPs, AKs, and Galil for Magisk. Right now, favorable to Optic, so a great push in towards the B side. Almost fell apart with the frags that came through from Cloud9, but in the end, it was all T side to kick things off in this matchup. Making our way in towards that default. Mid, probably long control. Automatic is here to try and shut it down, so it has to come up to Freiburg to try and build it very quickly. And yeah, he will find that headshot, losing a marginal amount of HP, not that much at all. 60 seconds still left on the clock. The bomb will make his way up towards long. 2 players also in mid. That is HS and Magisk. Hoping for catching up one of the CTs on backstab, which is funny because there is 1 player on backstab here for Cloud9. Tarek tagged. Grenade doesn't quite take him out of the action. CTs will rotate. Rush will get on through. Try and see if he can stab a defensive alongside Optic. But yeah, it's going to be a 5-man hit into the A site. Bomb in mid. Here we go. Optic, 37 seconds to make this work.
Mix will go ahead and get the molly out. That'll force Tarek back in towards Bank. Will Rush and just sit towards Optimus. He's going to swing, but they have the flank coming in from Skadoodle and Stewie. They're going to gain the attention of the Optic Gaming players from site to bathrooms. And this pinch is working beautifully as Magisk Boy. Oh, that's throwing it back. Magisk will clean up the player on truck as he has a 3K on 4 HP. And it's Stewie with bomb control. He fixes the first, and Stewie, he's good for 2. A little bit of spray and a little bit of salt, but it's all good as C9 will get 1.
Always got to put your logo on the dead corpse like, yep. I killed those guys. I clutched it. Nice from Stewie, though. 3K all in all with a CZ. Absolutely fantastic from him to pick 1 back for Cloud9. Very, very nice from him. Optic, of course, forced down to a bit less than what they were hoping for at this point in time, missing out on their conversion, the UMP. The P250s and the Eagles will come through for the T side, seeing if they can maybe try and find a little something, but they are challenging close range against Tarek, who just swings round 180 to pick up the second on Mixwell. He does go forward, so there is an M4 for Optic to pick up, or vice versa for Cloud9 if Stewie can get there to try and toss it out of action. He does actually spot out Freiburg, sprays on through, does take him down. So yeah, small hiccup, but not too much here, as Cloud9 look to take control of round number 3.
HS with his Eagle may take 3 shots, but he will land 1. And in 3 seconds flat, Rush will find the trade frag. So C9 go from losing pistol in a 1v1 situation to now being up 2-1. As we will see Optic Gaming, I imagine, stay on Glocks, maybe get a flash. You always want to give yourself a little something to perhaps try to swing it around, but it looks like it is just going to be Glocks. So, theoretically, discounting their full eco win last night, this should be C9's win, and Stewie goes for the Bison. You know what? You got 64 bullets on Mayhem, might as well use them.
Optic making their way into A long. Bison should be good to rip them apart if he could just line up the spray. It would be quite difficult, but still, that's what he's going for. Skadoodle will open things up and take an headshot automatically on 1. Skadoodle, and yeah, they just crossfire. That was always going to be easy for the Cloud9 side. 3-1. Optic now have a rifle buy up here. 4-5 AK should come through. I don't know if they had AWP potential with the economy set. It looks like they've already brought it down. I can't really tell. But either way, they're not going to go for the AWP, even if they had the choice to. It's just the 5 AKs, Kevlar helmets, smokes, flashbangs, 3 Molotovs. It's a decent setup here for Optic. Can set their way into the default and then towards the setup, but yeah, very easy round for Cloud9. Imagine to find themselves back into a 3-1 scenario.
Optic Gaming will be spread across the map. 2 players with bomb. Gonna try to get water control while 1 player will bring up the rear, holding monster. And then we may see a fight in towards connector at some point, as Freiburg will slowly but surely shift walk his way up and have to fight towards top stairs where 2 C9 members lie, or stand rather, in wait. As Automatic's going to be holding for any kind of counter boost Optic Gaming perhaps will go for. But as I talk, clock dwindles down, Freiburg's going to finally try to fight towards top connector. The flash is good to blind Tarek, and he gets the frag. But Stewie, as I mentioned, doubled up, is in a great position to find the refrag, as Optic Gaming may be pinched now and almost forced to go for some B-side execution due to them having that side of water control. I say a lot, man. I need a punch. I'm going to start punching myself every time. I'm going to bruise myself, Jay.
Stewie might be bruising a couple of players, and yes, he does. Magisk and Mixwell do full bomb in the control of the CTs. He even got triple down, quad kill all in all for Stewie. HS trying to see if he can find a frag right back, but Stewie is alive and kicking and looking for the ace. Taps first time, AK out, bam up. And eventually Mike will steal the ace away from Stewie. Should have given it to him. Should have given him that 5k. But yeah, 4-1. Very nicely locked down from Stewie again. The favourite CT side of Cloud9.
Well, from getting picked early to being forced to fight C9. We'll pick that up. Optic Gaming look like a trapped animal, as Stewie is already on 10. My tab's broken. I broke it and I fixed it. 10 frags for Stewie, 10-1 in 6 rounds. As Skadoodle will tag Alu down to 16, upgraded pistols, except for Alu, who now has 16 HP, so even at more of a disadvantage. As Tarek pushes into water, gets the first, as Optic Gaming don't have much to work with.
Yeah, very basic round here for Optic. Freiburg does get a 1D onto Tarek, but outside of that, very, very little else available here for the T side. 5-on-4 situation. Cloud9 will just hold back and wait. Oh, great grenade. Great timing from Mark Alu and Freiburg. Getting caught quite unlucky. All I made just last man, 1 versus 4. Bomb down, CT's off control. And again, you know, this is nothing out of the ordinary, nothing unexpected. Just picking up an M4, might try to see if we can take some CTs out of the action, but Stewie's already got this covered, flashbanging his way in towards this short area. May just try to survive here. And all the CTs are bearing down on him. Once he peeks, he should just get shut down. And indeed, Stewie will take him out of the action. That'll be 5-1. Over to Cloud9. Optic now have money for a buy-up here. You know, they will go for the buy-up, AWP. And AKs to come through. They're actually going to take an early timeout. They're going to have 4 to play with, so why the hell not?
Well, we'll see. I mean, Alu already picks up the Mixwell yet to frag. That will probably change into this round, as they'll have utility, they'll have rifles. And it's interesting. I guess, you know, Optic Gamer are kind of in the situation where they can run double up comfortably with Alu and Mixwell. But they can keep switching up who the main wants to be. And it looks like it is going to be Alu throughout the series, as Mixwell is very competent on an AK. It's just deadly with it. As the buys will come in, we'll see if C9 go back to that aggression towards water with the op. We saw Skadoodle take a peek there once so far. Perhaps he'll go for it again. What's his spawn like? Not the best spawn. Tarek will be in front of him, so we could see Skadoodle just stay in bathrooms and post up and party. But with Stewie pushing along, it looks like it is going to be another aggressive round from C9 and force the T's to fight for map control right off the get-go. And that's exactly the case. But Optic Gaming will find the first one as Tarek tries to push in towards Fountain. As Stewie's about to swing from long, I think he's waiting for a flash from Skadoodle, or at least contact at the least.
Well spot him. Low HP on Mixwell as well. Only 10 points of health. Getting shut down by Stewie. For the quick trade back for Cloud9, 4 versus 4. CT's have map control of their own, of course. Stewie even going to go aggressive, try to see if he can take down Alu, and does find it. Sadly grenades himself, so, you know, that was all perfect up until that point. Now Freiburg left a challenge here with the bomb on his back. Stewie shuts him down, and that will be a 3k. And bomb control of the CT side from here. Optic shouldn't be able to gain control. Magisk and HS are at least together, making some noise in connector, and Automatic can hear this out as well. Stewie and Skadoodle, they've got the crossfire locked on through. Once HS peeks, he should get shut down. Stewie gets a 4k. Automatic close range, should peek out, should shut him down. very basic stuff from Cloud9. A very, very aggressive stance from Cloud9. Leaves them 6-1 up in this second map. It's not looking good for Optic as they haven't got money to buy this round.
Just a casual 4K from Stewie. Farman gets a flash over from Skadoodle, finds the first for himself towards long, and the rest is history as he just wins consistent 1v1s back and forth until Optic Gaming finally double peak him, and that's when he finally will perish. C9 looking to get to 7, as Optic Gaming will just get body armor, get some upgraded pistols, some utility. They will be able to get that buy into the next round. Max loss bonus is a beauty, $3,400. But for now, they're going to have to take a knee and try to charge in towards the B site where Rush is mollied, and now he lies there dead. And these pistols starting to find some traction to him. As it's just Skadoodle and Stewie. Stewie has to make a hero play in pit. He's going to try to deny the plant. Can't do that. Mixwell punches the digits in time, even finds Freiberg, but Stewie's alone in a 1v2, and Alu doesn't like smokes. He is the true smoke criminal, as he will take down Stewie and Optic Gaming. Find a second on what was just pistols and armor.
Very good from Optic Gaming, of course. As you said, just pistols and armor. Very, very nice rush that came through, and not a rush that you were expecting to work against Cloud9. They still made it work, Optic. Now up by 2 rounds, so back within 4 of Cloud9. But I've got to give mad props to Stewie. So far, like in these opening few rounds, he's just been on fire. 18 kills above, like, well and beyond everybody else on the server. Like, he's fragging like mad. And, you know, he was the last man live. He could have made it a 4K, could have turned it to 20K already in the first 9 rounds. Like, this guy's on fire already, and I'm expecting really good things from him. He is holding passive on A site this time around, as the bomb is yet to commit from Optic. They have got presence in towards mid. Mixel will lead the charge. But outside of that, Optic just looking for a default, looking for a setup. Stack their way in towards B site. Looks like B looks to be the target, but the bomb's still yet to commit. Still got time to play with. Optic can do anything at this point in the map.
Good spray from Automatic. Tagsman just down at 46. Skadoodle will have support from Stewie. As soon as Scott doesn't feel comfortable, he falls back out of bathrooms. As HS is going to be posted towards short, so Optic Gaming a spread default across the map. The only part of the map they don't have eyes on is Monster Tunnel. Other than that, the bomb will get retrieved. They have fought for bathrooms control, but Skadoodle's going to try to fight towards short. And Mixwell is playing a very dangerous game with Skadoodle on the prowl and posted up on an angle. And having Stewie to hold his back is a hard duo to break, but Majisk is going to do his best. And there you have it. Skadoodle finds Mixwell finally as he peeks towards top connector, and Skadoodle's going to even hang around as he legs Majisk Boy through the wall, both walls, as he tries to line up a smoke. Skadoodle will find number 2, but before Freiberg will finally put bullets in his spine. But Stewie, as I mentioned, a hard duo to break, as Stewie has his back and he gets to twinning as Alu is in a 1v3. And he at least gets his second frag, but with 10 seconds has to get the bomb, has to get the plant, and Tarek saying no, as Peanut will reign supreme and he'll pick up the bomb and the round for C9. I can't pick up the bomb as a CT, you know, but he'll pick up the round. He can't do that.
Ali just trying to stay alive in that last round, but not having it right now. Optic another timeout, and understandably so. The money is looking terribly lopsided at the moment. Majisk with $6,050. Of course, a single round reset here for Optic. It's not looking good. I think that's just needless to say right here for Optic. Bad start in towards the T side and an awful follow-up few rounds. Cloud9 connected 6 together in a row before Optic actually managed to break the win streak. And that leaves them in, well, as I said, a very, very bad spot at the moment. They have to force buy. I mean, you know, already Mixwell had that Galil out before the pause was called. And now that pause just there to decide what we're going to do in this round, because it really has been a no-show for Optic. A single round, pistol round, that last round, and Cloud9 breaking it on the reset. This force buy for Optic is pretty crucial. If they win it, they can probably connect a few more rounds together. If they don't, then that means half victory to Cloud9 at 8-2. So not looking good. Optic, HS will lead the charge. Instant play in towards the B site. Monster, short split, looking likely right now.
20 frags in 9 rounds. Insane. We'll see if that number is going to increase. Molly towards barrels. Rush is full blind. He falls back in towards pit, as Tarek will get nothing going for himself, but Skadoodle there to back his brother up, as Automatic and Co will continue to hold the site. Alu last man standing, and Skadoodle will be swift and very precise with that last bullet. C9 go 8-2. Optic Gaming's force spy will be sent back down to the gullies, as they will have to save once more as C9 will just push their lead even further. And C9's done a nice job of setting up Stewie, from flashing for him to baiting and switching. It's been just an all-around great team play from C9. Their sight holds have been on point. Their aggression has been able to pay off with trade frags, as Optic Gaming just look kind of lost right now on their T side, which is their map pick as well here on Overpass.
Optic. Oh, that's ugly. Jesus, Stewie. See, in that last round, they were onto something. They decided, you know what? Rather than head towards A site where Stewie is lurking, let's just completely avoid him and go in towards the B site and hope to God the other three CTs don't massacre us. Which, sadly, as we all know where that went, in this round, it's no better. Basic eco. Spray down from Stewie, turns it to 22 frags in 12 rounds. 9-2 to the favor of Cloud9. Optic have a bye here, but they need to start finding something here. This half has been a bit of a train wreck for the European team.
And I like C9's bathroom aggression. They know when to fall off, but they know when to fight. As HS is looking for a fight, and he will be able to clean up Skadoodle. They go for the boost. And pretty much every player pre-aims that, if not is aware that boost gets used quite often, as HS will show you how to take the initial duel. As Tarek will pick up that op, tag down to 68 himself, automatic. Needs some help from Stewie momentarily. He's all alone, isolated. He needs to get at least 2 frags. Won't be able to find Mixwell. Optic Gaming 2 clean first bloods. As Stewie, though, still stands tall towards the A site. And he's been a little bit of a monster. We'll see if that storyline will continue.
AWP of Tarek, of course, they're to back him up just in case. Mixwell's a general read on Stewie. He actually goes ahead and flashes his way in alongside Tarek. Tarek actually offering the opportunity for Stewie, but Stewie does get taken down, so no more frags for him in this round. This is still a 5 versus 2 situation. Favorable to Optic Gaming, of course. Rushing Tarek. Rotating in towards A site. I think they've kind of just let this one go here, just hoping that they do stack up A and see if they can get some kills, but the bomb does get planted and Optic have gone to B. From here, this should be a save for Cloud9. I have doubts that they will go for a retake. They need to try and stay alive with these 2 rifles because, you know, 2 versus 5, very, very unlikely. Might get a couple of exit frags here and there, but outside of that, very, very little available for Cloud9. As Optic do manage to find the break here with 3 rounds in a row from Cloud9. I'm curious at the next round, though, more than anything else, because Optic so far have not been able to string any real rounds together. They've just gotten the odd one here, the pistol, the rifle. And that's about it here. So, 3 rounds for Optic. Mostly going to be looking at a follow-up. Cloud9, lots of money in the bank. Should have enough to buy around the AWP and the AK.
We'll see if they're going to go back into the double ups on the CT side, C9. They look great on Mirage. They have cash to pull it out again if they so wish. The op Tarek saves will get tossed over to Skadoodle. It looks like they are just going to stick to 1 up for rifles. As Optic Gaming, although they picked up that round, their cash is still on thin ice. They can still fall through and be forced to have to save at a moment's notice. So they're not out of the water yet. They still have to keep swimming and attempt to get to shore where they can surface and try to fight back and build their economy. While C9 again are going to go back towards this long aggression with support from Stewie and towards bathrooms. So Skadoodle will hold for the initial peek. Automatic and Stewie with the riflers. And if no one peeks momentarily, I imagine Skadoodle will flash for them to peek out in towards playground themselves.
Optic looking for long control. Cloud9 have already got it. Stewie and automatic. And Skadoodle for that matter. Holding down a crossfire, looking to try and shut down this bomb planter. Do toss it back in towards birthday party, so they don't let it go too aggressive here. That would be a bad idea if Cloud9 dropped that bomb and could lock out the crossfire against them. Although Stewie's going to go aggressive, he could still find this information. Tease will push up and they spray on through. Stewie does go for him, but Automatic and Skadoodle lock it down. Automatic with a double kill. HS and Rangers last 2 alive for Optic. And this is exactly what I feared as well. You know, I've said it before. If they can't chain around together, then it's going to be looking bad for the T-siders. They've started off poorly. They're probably going to end it poorly here. HS to pick up the bomb. Major scoring made his way in towards A site. What can Optic do to recover this situation?
Well, at least have bomb control, but with 30 seconds, it's definitely rough. A shoulder peek from a Just, then we'll commit to the crouch fight. And again, simple shot from Skadoodle. As it's just HS. I will take over observing now. Thank you, T-George. This HS is in a 1v4. 15 seconds. We'll take and land bullets in towards Tarek. As HS is going to fight towards long, knowing Skadoodle's still here, but Skadoodle finds a third. Again, just great team play from C9 towards long. You saw them flash, you saw them peek together, they swung at the same time, their spacing was good, and it's almost impossible to trade as a T there. If you're both swinging, and they're in 3 different positions, and they're also spread apart, you're going to have to just hit the best flick of your life or the best spray transfer you've ever had. So C9's positions have just put them just far and ahead right now, from their crossfires to their steps towards long and bathrooms, and always just setting each other up for success. As we're going to see more success from Stewie, from MP9, AK, M4 to Op. He's gone through all the phases, and he gets another clean opener for C9.
He's getting greedy now, just picking up kills left, right, and center. So many frags for Stewie right now on Cloud9, opening things up, taking down Magisk. And Optic will wrap their way into short, looking for another B site hit. More than likely, they've got a lot of aggression on Cloud9 though. They're ready to lock this one down. I have no doubts that they'll be able to do so either. T side very much caught out in the open, pants down and all. 60 seconds left on the clock, so they have got time to play with. They can rotate towards the A site. And the bomb is in mid, not in CT control. Should get picked up eventually here, but still got time. Optic hoping for a pick, hoping for a trade. Cloud9 will hold passive and ensure they don't find it. So as we do wait, Optic will decide for a sap eventually. Still got 40 seconds to do so.
And C9 are going to become a little bit information hungry in a moment. You can see they peek towards a site, and they immediately spot Mixwell and Co. on the way. So rotations come in. Skadoodle's off. Back truck will get locked down as Mixwell. Great double entry. This is great for Optic Gaming, but Automatic through the smoke. C9 love to do this. And Automatic even swings for the third. It just looks so easy for C9 right now. Optic Gaming, from opening picks to post plants to even getting to a site, they fight tooth and nail through C9's utility, from their crossfires, from the rotations, from the information gained across the map. C9 are looking flawless as Optic Gaming get decimated from another individual play from a different player this time. It was Automatic as he's 15-5, Stewie 24-8. Optic Gaming the final round, and you can just see how hurt they are in this final bye.
It's just been a disaster for Optic. Like, just well and truly. Cloud9 have shut them down at every single corner, and it's not looking better for this one. A Galil, UMPs, a CZ, a Deagle. What more can you ask for? Well, I guess you can ask for a full buy, but at the moment, Cloud9 are not going to allow that to happen. Optic have to find a fourth. Otherwise, well, I mean, even if they did find the fourth, then they're losing a pistol round, and then that would basically be the end of the match. Going for a full-blown execution, everything that they can, but Tarek will get the opener onto HS. Sprays coming in, automatic rush. Everyone just locks out kills. Alu last man, 1 versus 5. And honestly, that was a train wreck. Optic just virtually nothing in that CT side, just a pistol buffer. I don't want to say it's over already, but I mean, buddy, I feel like it may be already over. It's just a pistol. And then I think Cloud9 have got it.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that Optic pick up the pistol and then immediately just get train wrecked. And even the rounds they won, they didn't string a single one. It was immediately reset. Their economy was never able to build, even on the T side. It's generally easier on the T side to build an economy, but just C9 didn't give them an inch. Their aggression was locking out Optic. They had a fight for map control, and that it almost just made it impossible for Optic. They didn't like the fights. They didn't like it. They didn't like getting pushed from Stewie and having Stewie and Automatic just in your face, threatening to kiss you at a moment's notice like this from Stewie as he finds Magist. As Alu gets shot down to 6 as he falls back from bathrooms, and C9 are not even going to bother fighting him. They're just going to take this train and move it all the way towards the A site.
This Fiber getting headshots, looking for Tarek next, but Tarek does get the trade back. Alu on a quick flank does take Tarek. And a 3 versus 2 does ensue, but 2 players are tagged up hard for Optic. Alu on 6, Mixwell on 14. Skadoodle getting caught out in mid, does take HS out of the actions. That's the high HP player. Oh no, Optic. Just when you thought you might learn up, not to be. 2 versus 2, Cloud9 making their way to B site.
They are so tagged, you're right. 6 and 14. Now, if Alu can remain silent, he may catch these crouching turtles. And a 1-for-1's not bad for C9, especially on towards Skadoodle. As Mixwell is rotating in towards Heaven, Automatic gets a plant. Mixwell has a kit, but Automatic spotted him, and one body shot gets the job done. Scene 9, pistol round, Fiends. At least there, in that situation, on Mirage, they did a decent job as well. Actually, I think they've actually... I'm going to correct myself here. I'm going to try to test my memory, Jay. Now, I believe they have split pistol rounds, 2-2. They both split on Mirage 1-1, and they split here 1-1. Please, chat.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I have no idea
Chat has my
myself.
back. No matter what, chat has my back. Doesn't matter. They'll correct me. Because Optic Gaming will buy what they can. Upgraded pistols and a scout. Stewie looks to farm with the Mac 10. I mean, Optic Gaming are going to be buying. If they lose this, they're going to buy. They're buying for the rest of this game unless they pick up a cheeky round here and can actually get a decent buy. If they lose out, they're just going to buy what they can. It's an uphill climb now for Optic Gaming. You know what I mean? Jelly bean.
Yes, I do. And trust me when I say this, I've seen this play out many, many times in the past. It's a very, very tough slog back to evens against Cloud9. And Cloud9 are just playing this by the book. They're playing it so perfectly. Automatic expected the CTs to come in towards the T spawn through Monster, and they're just getting shut down. Alu does get a good tag onto Tarek, which is a good start here for Optic, but need to find a little bit more than just a bit of tag damage. Stewie just going to run over Majus, can add more kills to his total, looking for Freiburg next. And while he is here, at the end of the day, the bomb is making its way around towards the B site. Main man Mixmel, in short, do something with this 5-7, else Optic will be probably out of this one. Bomb will make his way in towards B site. Cloud9 going to waste no time. And yes, Mixel will get Tarek. Get a rifle available for Optic on this retake, but the bomb will get planted. Cloud9 have superior weapons. It's still going to be tough for the CTs.
I just had a quick mute. I used my own cough button. Stewie is going to come through door. He's just been such a menace all game as Alu getting a scout, and he is out of there. Shoes are laced up nice and tight, and he's running. Getting a little bit of a jog. C9 will get 14. They'll keep 3 alive. Look for Stewie to maybe go to site, try to pick up a rifle. No, he's hunting with his Mac 10. He wants to drop whatever weapon Alu may have in his hands. As Stewie and Automatic together, 47 frags. I mean, it's just insane. That's all you can really say, Jay. They are just playing lights out CS. They're hitting the shots, winning nearly every one-on-one encounter they've had, and I think the scoreline depicts that.
One more timeout for Optic. And at this point, they're basically just considering how do we stop Stewie getting a 30 bomb, because this match is basically done and dusted. Like, there's no way Optic are bringing this one back. Cloud9 in the next round will be looking down a match point. Optic will be looking down and out, basically. Very, very bad luck here against the Cloud9 side, and losing out Mirage. It really is tragic at the moment for Optic. This is their pick and all. Like, you would have hoped that because it was their pick, they would have had some sort of, game plan into this one. But sadly, just not to be. 14-3, looking at 15-3. Skadoodle on the Mac 10 this time, 4 AKs for everybody else on Cloud9. Optic have the scout for Alu. UMP, CZ, Deagle, and 5-7. Trying to find any sort of defensive, any sort of way back in, but already Automatic's going to spray down Mixwell, and the Molotov will burn him out all the same. 5-on-4. Alu gets a tag, but gets tagged back himself.
Yeah, by like this on CT, you almost have to play aggressive on overpass. You have to push in the water. It's nearly impossible to turtle up with a buy like this. You need a fight. You need to get aggressive, and C9 know this. A safe pushback default, taking fights where players typically peek, mollying short. This is just a prime example of how to handle around like this. With Alu on 3 HP and already 2 members down, it comes down to some sweet timing from Optic Gaming, and maybe Freiburg going off with this AK to try to swing this round into their favor. As HS may catch Automatic here with his back turn, easy UMP kill, gets an upgrade himself. But he may even just save it as soon as Alu dies on site.
3 HP, Molotov will push him out of position. If he falls in, then that's going to be the end of him. Looking around the one-hand side, Tarek just sprays him down. That is just the it right there. HS last man, and he will go for the hit, then retake back in towards the A site, spots the first man. Tarek close range does spray him down, but needs to spray 2 more. 4K clutch for him. No defuse kit either, no utility. HS is really stuck between a rock and a hard place, but does spray down Rush. Looking for the 4K on Skadoodle. He's out towards mid and he taps his head off. HS saving Optic by the smallest of margins. A 14-4 doesn't suit, but Cloud9 still in a 10-round lead. Optic have a long way to go.
If there's ever a time to double your frag count, it's in a situation like that keeps C9 off of match point and series point. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and HS just put on his big boy pants, got his mouse in his comfortable grip, and we'll get a nice juicy 4K. Now Optic Gaming, although they won that round, you can see their economy hasn't had a chance to flourish. It's been stomped to the ground. They'll get 3 FAMASs, the AK in HS's hands, and they opt out Nalu. So this game is still teetering in C9's favor, although C9 are lacking one rifle of their own. Now C9 are going to gain water control. See how ready Tarek's going to be for this Optic Gaming aggression towards short, and he is full blind. And those are 2 clean openers. His automatic's going to attempt to come in towards water and rectify the situation. They'll rectify a bullet in HS's head, but Mixwell quick to refrag as Optic Gaming. Finally, their aggression will pay off. Clean openings, clean first bloods. As Skidoo is left with a mop and a bucket, gonna try to salvage this round and clean it up.
And bomb on his back. Couldn't get a plant out of it, but he's got to run through 2 CTs at least. So, probably not gonna happen here today. Back turn towards the A site, making his way in towards long. May just because already spotted him. Well, they have the info, they know where this last man is, and as a result, you can see the CTs on B already trying to cut off Skadoodle's options. In connected, I'll go looking for a spray down on Skadoodle. Yeah, he'll make his way here, but we'll get sprayed down by Mixwell, so that will be a 5th round on the board for the Optic side. Good stuff so far. Great stuff starting coming out from the CT side. Optic just need to hold on towards this lifeline, start running away with it, but you know, this next round is going to be great for that. You know, they've got themselves a few extra rifles. They didn't lose many players. They only lost HS. And Cloud9 are on an eco, so you know, this is the perfect situation for Optic to be in. And I said it was impossible. I still think it is, but you know, if you wanted to set up a comeback, then these are the circumstances to set it up on the Cloud9. Will have a buyback in the next round. For now, it will be basic blocks out. So yeah, May just gonna rip them apart alongside a little bit of help from Rush of all people. Leave it up to automatic. 1 versus 5. P250 in his hands.
I sure know when I click tab. Man, this production thing is just easy. I was automatic with a P250. This round's going to go Optic Gaming's way. Now, C9 will get a full buy next round with that 3-round loss of good old $2,400. You can see where they're going to be sitting at. It will be AKs and utility. Now, they could feel this one starting to slip away, and I was going to say they might not go for it. Maybe go for a half buy. We've seen double scouts and pistols from them on Mirage when they're in situations like this. But due to, I guess, just such a big round lead, those are just going to go into the AKs and lacking utility. And we'll see if Optic Gaming will continue his aggression. They are going to send 2 towards B, 3 towards A, so it could see a little bit of connector fights, perhaps send in a molly, and maybe a little aggression towards water.
Into this default, try to see if they can find a pick. Cloud9 wouldn't need that right now. Optic would also, actually, I think they're more the ones that need it. AKs, AWP, M4, and a FAMAS out for Optic, so they got some opportunities, but look at HS's position right now. Automatic only needs to peek, and he's got himself 2 free kills. HS will peek into it. He sprays on towards the first, and looking for the second man. Yes, he catches off HS. That is a disaster for the CT side. May just will get a good grenade on towards Skadoodle. Frybo looking to try and recover the situation in connector. Could take down Stewie, and yes, he does, but either way, what a start that Optic did not need to find. 60 seconds left for the T side. The bomb will make his way in towards B. Automatic has got site control. The bomb does need to go down. Cloud9 still need to set up against the Optic retake.
That's so unfortunate for the CT side. When you're lacking control, you're lacking information, you go for a play like that, you almost have to gamble and assume no one's there. You have to peek towards tunnel, see if you can catch one of these players in a default, and Automatic did a nice job of being quiet. Now they'll have water control, and as I say that, Rush punishes it and takes that away. It is easier to retake B with water control, but now just Freiberg coming up short. Giving time probably to try to find a pick, but Tarek is just going to put another nail in the coffin, and we'll see who's going to be the hammer to really just put the coffin in the ground. Alu gonna try to save. This is 15 for C9, 1 away from taking the series and eliminating Optic Gaming in such a dominating fashion, perhaps.
It really has been, you know, like Mirage was sort of close. This map not been very close at all. Optic fumbling around and don't really know what on earth to do. And even now, then when you're questioning that, what do we do now? Like, you know, we've got a buy, sure, but what kind of play can we make that would bring us back and keep us rolling on for like a good 9 rounds or so? Like, it's quite the comeback that Optic still need to make on the CT side. Double AWP will come through from Alu and Mixwell. Cloud9 have the full AK. He's just gonna try to see if they can put boots to asses here into this default. Out towards connector, in towards mid. Major Split trying to hold back alongside Mixwell, who is boosted with the AWP. Does catch automatic. So again, a great start for Optic, a great opening pick. They just need to keep it together. Hold on to that advantage here in the round. May just getting a second. Perfect stuff.
That's a popular angle to peek over the smoke. And they will take full advantage of that as there's 3 members standing, Skadoodle, Rush, and Tarek. They're all grouped up and getting party control. It's no one's birthday, but the balloons are out regardless. As now they're going to be looking towards connector, knowing that was the last spot Majisk was spotted. But they do have time on the clock. And it comes down to how antsy Optic want to get. They got the opening 2 frags. They don't have to peek. They don't have to go for any kind of information play. But as the clock dwindles down, you get really nervous as a CT. You're like, you don't know where to rotate. You can just stack a site with players. You can do a 3-2. And you know trades are going to go in your favor as long as you trade 1 for 1. Well, we'll see. I mean, it looks like Optic Gaming are just going to play the long game. Just sit in sight, turtle up, play the numbers game, which is exactly what you do in this situation.
30 seconds for Optic to whittle down. Cloud9 do have to start thinking on their feet. And Tarek, you can see him just being quite twitchy, quite quick into his movements. Rush also here on the A site. Actually a bit of a fake. The bomb will rotate and Rush will spot players crossing on through. He takes 2 more down. Aloe and Major Skadal. Smoke down on the cross in the dumpster area. Molotov able to keep the CTs at bay for a few extra seconds. The bomb will get planted. Optic, this is not how you need to hold this defensive. It's now up to a 3 versus 3 retake being led by HS. He will move on through, looking for Rush close range here. Skadoodle also close range, and HS just can't land the spray. Now it's just down to Skadoodle and Tarek both watching out. Skadoodle close range, Tarek back towards bathrooms, looking out for Freiburg. Mixwell, does he peek? Does he find this kill? Skadoodle sprays on through, 18 HP, staying alive. Eventually gets taken down, but meanwhile Tarek's taken out Freiburg. 22 for Mixwell, no time. Diffuse kit and all, flashbang in. Tarek does the spray manically through the smoke. And Cloud9 will claim themselves 16-6, 2-0. Optic. It's just a tragic map for them. They just got swamped by Cloud9.
And you gotta tip your hat to Stewie and Automatic. I mean, yes, they were set up great from their teammates, but they won nearly every individual fight. Their aggression on the CT side towards long and bathrooms, their crossfires.